Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. It is Bruce Jordan, the Michael Jordan of hotels. Today we got Corey Minor Smith in the building, rocking and rolling. Fractional consulting and legal services over here. Did I get that right? I want to make sure I got that.
Fractional general counsel.
General
legal and
counsel.
consulting
See, I was so
services.
close.
Yes.
I was so close.
Good stuff.
And today we're going to talk about how to pick the right attorney. How did you get started in this business?
Wow. Well, I've now been practicing for 25 years.
Wow.
And most of my work has been in government and public service. And so I've used those skills to translate into my own firm, which is called GC Strategies, Legal and Consulting Services.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
You know, what the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is because people don't know that when Mike Tyson had his legal battle criminally, he was represented by a tax attorney.
Oh, wow.
Which is probably why he went to jail.
Oh.
And it had nothing to do with taxes.
Right.
So, you know, there's so many different practice of law, and people don't understand that they may be hiring the wrong attorney, you know, for the issue. So what are like the top 3 things we should be looking for when we're hiring an attorney for the issue that we're having? Because there's all different types of attorney. There's civil, and then there's sections of civil.
Right.
So you don't know, hey, I may need a commerce attorney. I may need someone that specializes in privacy, or someone that's just specialized in general practice. Like, you just don't know based on the case. So I'm pretty sure they'll call you for that. But what are the top 3 things we need to be looking for when we're picking an attorney?
Well, I would say the top 3 things: 1, subject matter. What do they practice? 2 is jurisdiction, because just because they're in your state doesn't mean that they're in the jurisdiction that you need for the particular matter. And 3, personality. Like, do you mesh well with this person? Do they align with your values? Do you know them? Do they come on a strong recommendation from someone that you can rely on? So those are the 3 things that I would think a person should initially look at. And then from there, having the opportunity and not being scared to ask your attorney questions. You know, some people have this perspective of attorneys that they know everything, and maybe they're intimidated because they know the law. But this is a person that's providing services to you, and you're paying your money. So you want to make sure that they're providing the services that you need.
Okay.
Not just because they're popular or well known in the area, but that they are able to provide the services that you specifically need in your business at that time.
What are like maybe 3 or 4 questions that we should be asking our attorneys before we even think about making a decision?
Are you licensed? That's funny, but it's not. Because some people may have a suspended license. They may hold themselves out as an attorney, and they should not, because they have never practiced, or their license may be suspended under disciplinary action. And so with that, I would say to make sure you have their correct full name. And maybe before you even meet with them, look them up. You know, the state has the registry of lawyers that are licensed in that state, and you can look at or try to find out information about their disciplinary history, and just to make sure that they're legitimate, don't have claims against them, because we as attorneys can have complaints filed against us from, you know, disgruntled clients, those who may not have been served in the best manner. And so I would say one of the first questions is getting their accurate, complete name so that you could do your own research. Another question is making sure they are telling you what their subject matter is. So what is your subject matter? What is your area of practice? And how can that help my business needs? That's a great 2-pronged test question that you can ask. And thirdly, I would say their availability. Unfortunately, but perhaps it's like a contractor, and I don't want to disparage contractors. Let's just say a person who's busy. You want to make sure they have time to do the work that you need them to do for your business. How will your work flow in their already, you know, heavy caseload? And making sure that deadlines are met and that they know exactly what you need and when you need it.
Now, I noticed that the billing is kind of crazy. Like, I would talk to an attorney for 5 minutes, and I get billed for a whole hour. How should the billing actually work, or how should you negotiate the billing for legal services?
Well, I strongly encourage people to have a fee agreement. As an attorney, it's our responsibility to produce a fee agreement for the client. That way it outlines the scope of services, the fee, how you will be billed, when you will be billed, how either party can terminate the services. And so if you are questioning the billing, you need to look at your fee agreement. What did you agree to? It is very helpful when an attorney is able to package their services so it's not a per hour billing, let's say charge $400 an hour. And so you're paying an exorbitant amount for an email exchange, and it's not even anything substantive.
Yeah.
So it's important to understand your fee agreement. And if you want to try to negotiate, let's say, find out how the attorney or the firm is using AI. Many clients are now looking at firms to use AI responsibly.
Okay.
Responsibly.
Okay.
One more time, responsibly. And helping that to offset some of the costs, because work product can be generated in a much quicker way. And less billing for the client. And some clients are looking for that. How are you incorporating in a responsible way AI, whereby reducing, the average bill for clients?
Wow. I didn't even think about the AI part of it. That one took me for a loop.
And packaging the services. So it's like a flat fee versus billable time.
Now, what do you reckon? Like, you don't really know, like, it's not like most small businesses can just have the time to go look at every single case to see if they won or lost. Like, how do you know if this person is a good attorney or they lost every case that they ever had?
Well, to your point, before we started this, there are a lot of different practice areas, right? So all attorneys are not like the ones you see on TV that are litigators going into court. There are transactional attorneys who they don't have win losses on their on as far as court settlements or jury trials and things of that nature, but they're transactions. So what type of transactions do they do? Are they helping to do mergers and acquisitions? Or are they negotiating contracts? And you would look for or ask for references. You can do that to help you make an informed decision on the attorney that you're selecting.
And you got to make sure they drive a Lincoln lawyer. Now, what are the top 3 mistakes that you see attorneys make when they're representing small businesses?
Not knowing when to stop. Like many professions, we can get burned out too.
Yeah.
The stress, the overwhelm with deadlines, and deadlines can be detrimental to a matter, preventing the client from having the opportunity to sue, for example, if you miss the statute of limitations on a matter. So it's important for attorneys to know when to stop in terms of taking on new cases, in terms of starting other ventures, and so that they can provide the highest quality of services for their clients. Number 2, I think it's important for attorneys to know their responsibility in doing something that seems so simple, but returning phone calls. There have been a lot of bar complaints against attorneys because they don't simply return calls in a reasonable time. So whether you can't do it yourself and perhaps can have your staff member to maybe even schedule a meeting so that you actually communicate with with the client and move their matter forward, it's important to be responsible in your communications and returning phone calls. And number 3, I would just say generally to make sure you are doing all that you can to meet the needs of your clients. So you make sure that you're understanding what they need, because a client can come to you with a matter thinking that they need a certain thing, but you as the person knowing the law and procedures, you would understand that they may need something else or 2 or 3 other things. So those are the top 3 things that I think attorneys should do.
This girl is good. Now I see why everybody calls you.
Well, I appreciate it.
Well, listen, how can everybody get in touch with you?
Sure. Well, my name is AttorneyCorey Minor Smith, and I am the principal attorney for GC Strategies Legal and Consulting Services. I'm on LinkedIn under Corey Minor Smith, also on Instagram at Corey Empowers, and you can surely call 330-4-LAWYER. Now, that's something I carried on. I'm from Ohio, right? But the whole trendy thing of having a name, but it's 330-452-9937.
330-4-LAWYER. That's a good one.
Yes.
So listen, thank you for joining us for another episode. This is Bruce Jordan, the Michael Jordan Hotels, signing out. Hey, what's going on? It's Bruce Jordan, the hotel revenue expert. I just want to take a quick second to thank you for watching this video. If you could just do us a big favor and just subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more videos like this, more information, great information about hotels. I'm also the author of the Hotel Revenue Bible. You can get that book on hotelrevenuebible.com. And we are here to answer all your questions. So if you have any questions, just shoot us a quick text at 321-321-2002. That's 321-321-2002. And you can book a revenue call. Go to hotelrevenuecall.com and we can answer any and all your questions. Just make an appointment with me. You'll do one-on-one with me. You'll be able to do one-on-one with me, and we could go ahead and get all your questions answered and see if you have any revenue issues that needs to be resolved. Talk to you soon. Thank you again. Hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate you.